my graders, what's up? How are y'all doing? I hope everything's fine with you guys. This is Izzy, and in today's video I'm here to show you guys some of my favorite college meals and meals that I usually eat on a day-to-day basis. They are very affordable, they are quick, and they are very good. They taste very good. I know it can be really hard when you're in college to find recipes that are easy to make when you're in a time crunch, or that are healthy and delicious but still affordable. So I got you guys, and in this video I'm going to be showing you guys my favorite ones. And if you guys try those recipes, let me know down below in the comments what you think of them. And if you also have some delicious recipes that you guys make in college, if you have your all-time favorite recipes or meals, let me know in the comment down below, because I'm very interested in it. But yeah, if you guys are interested to see what those look like, keep on watching the video. Okay guys, so we're gonna start with one of my all-time favorites, which is ravioli and Alfredo sauce with some vegetables and cheese. So the first and foremost most important ingredient is butter, as I'm grabbing, as you guys can see, and you're gonna mix that with a little bit of flour and then some seasoning. I'm using like powdered chicken stock for this one, and then I'm just gonna fry it in a pan until it's like this golden dough. After that, I'm gonna add a little bit of milk, and I'm gonna slowly stir the milk and pour a little bit more until it gets a sauce consistent. For that, I really advise you guys of using a whisker. I'll also put a little bit of garlic salt and black pepper, and after you reach the sauce consistency, you're gonna add your frozen vegetables and cook it for a little bit longer until the vegetables are warm. Then you're gonna add your ravioli, and that's it. So simple yet so delicious. I love this meal and I have it basically every week. Next recipe is omelet and nuggets, which is honestly remind me of childhood. First, we gotta buy the eggs, and something I've learned living by myself and grocerying by myself is to always check your carton of eggs if there's any broken ones. Then we'll use some eggs, corn, some green onions, but only the white part of the green onion, some ham, and some Texas-sized nuggets, some tomatoes, black pepper, basil, and we cannot forget a splash of milk. But let's go. So this is why they're called Texas nuggets. They're literally Texas shaped, like the state of Texas. I bought them at HEB, and they are freaking huge. Like, they are the size of my hand, as you can see in this clip, but they're totally delicious as well. So I just put them in the air fryer first for 5 minutes, then I'll flip them in another 5. While that's going on, I'm chopping my vegetables, my spring onion, my tomato, and then my ham, which is not a vegetable, but I'm still chopping it. Then I will prepare my omelet mixture, which is just basically cracking 2 eggs into a bowl. Then I will flip my nugget because it's already been 5 minutes, and we gotta flip them halfway through. But then I add my seasoning, which is black pepper, some garlic salt. By now you guys can tell that I love garlic salt, and some basil. After that, I'm also giving it a splash of milk to make the omelet really creamy, and some corn, because I also love corn, especially in omelets. Also add my ham after I got that uniform mixture, mix it a little bit more, and then it is time to go to the pan. I will put a little bit of oil, going to a medium heat, and then I will fry the white parts of my green onion until they're toasted. Once they're toasted, I will put in my mixture of eggs. I'll put in my tomatoes and then some cheese, because I love cheese, especially in an omelet. And then I'll try to flip it after it's like been 3 minutes. This is the moment I realized that mine was way too big. I had to part it in half, like cut it in half, to be able to flip it. Don't make the same mistakes I did, guys. But it still turned out pretty great. Then it was time to plate the nugget and the omelet. The omelet takes around 5 minutes to make, so like 3 minutes, then you flip it, another 2, and it is ready to go. This meal is really good and you can do it in like 10 to 15 minutes at most, which is great. Okay guys, so this is my cottage pie recipe and it is so savory. So the real champ of this recipe is not actually an ingredient, it's those freezer slider bags. If you live by yourself like I do, you may have noticed that it is very difficult to buy food portions just for yourself, and what I do a lot is that I freeze my meat and some fruits and that kind of stuff, and I like to freeze them in this little bags so that they are in individual portions and I can just like take it out of the fridge and unfreeze just individual portion. So onto the ingredients, we'll have some meat in the individual packages like I told you guys, they were frozen, then some milk, some ready-made potato, dehydrated potato, some beans, some corn, and then a little bit of tomato sauce, an onion, some garlic, and some sour cream. So first we're just gonna start off by browning our ground beef and putting in some garlic salt into it to make sure that it is seasoned. Then we'll go in with the onions and then we'll cook for about 2 or 3 minutes at this part, up until the onions are kind of transparent. Then you put in your tomato sauce, and this trick my mom taught me, some salt. This trick my mom taught me is to put the water in the tomato sauce container and measure it with that so that the remaining tomato sauce can go into the pan. Then we'll go in with some beans and just mix it all up and finish cooking for about 2 minutes. While it is cooking, we are gonna make our potato with some ready-made potato and some milk. Then we'll just put it in the microwave and let it simmer until it is in the right consistency. Then we're gonna put our meat with our sauce and beans onto an oven safely container. Then we're going to come in with some corn. I love corn. Some of them fell out, but that's okay. We're gonna mix it all up, and then we're gonna put our potato on top of it that we just took out of the microwave and spread it all up. And we're gonna finish with something that I also really love, which is cheese. Okay, now we're gonna put it in the oven. You can take it out once the sauce is boiling and the cheese is all melted, and this is what it looks like right out of the oven. Tell me this doesn't look great. Then you're gonna serve it. I like to serve it with a little bit of green onions and a side of sour cream that really helps take the creaminess and balance it out to the next level. Cheers! And here is me taste testing it, and it is delicious. Okay guys, so now time for my avocado sandwich. I love this because it makes me feel healthy, and the first thing that you want to do with an avocado sandwich is have some bread, and this is something that I never live without in my apartment. But anyways, it is so quick. So you're gonna need, of course, some bread, some avocado, cream cheese, some tomatoes, eggs, and then some onion and black pepper and salt. So you're gonna start out by frying an egg on medium heat, and then don't let the eggshell drop like I just did here. While your egg's frying, you're gonna start with the avocado paste. So I basically just take out the bad part of the avocado if your avocado has a bad part. I add some salt, some pepper, and then I go in with a fork and I just push down on the avocado until I have a uniform paste like this one right here, as you guys can see. Then once the egg is almost finished, I'm gonna toast my buns with them in the frying pan. And then once the they are all done, I'm gonna put in some cream cheese on one part of my sandwich, and then I'm gonna put in my avocado paste on both of them, and then some tomatoes, and of course we cannot forget the egg that we just fried, and then we just put it all together, and this is it. So easy and so delicious. My tomato fell, but it's okay. It is so good, and I really like how the cream cheese and the avocado spread, like, they interact with each other. It is so good. I totally prefer a hamburger bun than a toast, because with the toast, like, everything's just on top of each other, and when you bite, it all just falls out. And then the hamburger bun is kind of like a structure to the sandwich that I liked. So yeah, I hope you guys like this recipe. And last but not least, some roasted tomato soup and grilled cheese toast. Look at how good that is, guys. Okay, so for the ingredients, we of course have the diced tomatoes, some fresh spinach, some onion, some bread, butter, cheese, and then a sweet potato, some black pepper, and garlic salt and olive oil. So I'll start by chopping up the vegetables. I'm chopping up the sweet potato and the onion here to put on my tray that will go into the oven. This is like a roasted vegetable soup, so it'll go into the oven, all of the vegetables. Then I will chop up and peel some garlic to also go in there. After that, I'm opening my can of diced tomatoes and I'm just spreading them all around the vegetables, and this is what it looks like before it goes into the oven. So now I'm putting it into the oven, and I'll let all of the vegetables roast for about 10 minutes. After that, I'll put it all in a blender with some black pepper and a little bit of milk. Then I'll pour it into a pan with some olive oil. There you can see I'm toasting my toast with some butter, and then the soup is simmering with some olive oil. I'll later put on the cheese on the toast, and this is what it looks like, and it tastes so good, I swear to God. So this is what we should taste test. I've got my soup and my grilled cheese, and let's see how it tastes. I bet it tastes amazing. So good. It's like a Friday night right now, and I'm just hungry and low-key tired, so I just wanted some comfort food, something quick and easy to make, and this is so good. Like, honestly, so good. Okay guys, so that was the video. I really truly hope that you guys enjoyed this video, because I had so much fun making it, and I love sharing my cooking recipes and the meals and the food that I eat and that I buy with you guys. I love watching those kind of videos. Like, my YouTube page is full of cooking videos and cooking in college and easy meals to make. So I'm really glad that I got the opportunity to do a video like that for you guys. Don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel if you liked. Comment down below again if you try any of the recipes, if you like the video, if you have any suggestions, any recipes that you want to share. And I'll see you guys on the next one. Bye!